Now you'll notice that even if we run this file, node server.js, nothing will happen because it creates an app using the express function, but it doesn't do anything with that app. We haven't told that app to do anything yet. Now, fortunately, behind the scenes, running the express function creates, it's like this, it's basically, you can just think of it like saying var app equals new application. And somewhere there's like, you don't actually have to write this, by the way. I'm not actually gonna use this. I'm just showing you what it's basically, the way to think about it. We just talked about prototypes or whatever. That's basically what it does here. It creates a new application for us that we can use. Now behind the scenes, there's all kinds of functions that have already been written for app. And one of them that we're gonna use here is app.listen. Now app.listen is going to listen in on a specific port so that we can actually set up our app to run. Now, Cloud9 is kind of funky, and they make us set, I'm actually going to create a variable here called port, and we're going to set it equal to process.env.port. And that port is going to be like port 8080 or something, or whatever one Cloud9 wants us to use. And then we're going to listen on that port, and we're going to give it a callback function. A callback function is a function that runs as soon as this first part is done. So the app is going to listen on the port, and as soon as it's done, we're going to make it console.log app running on port plus port. And it's going to tell us what port the app is running on so that we can get it going. Now, as soon as you save this, and if you type in node server.js, you'll see that it says app running on port 8080, which means that our app is actually up and running. Don't believe me? Click on preview and preview running application and see what happens. You should get a weird little error, but I'll show you how to fix it in a minute. Cool? Click it, open it up, it'll tell you, hey, would you like to preview this? Open the application. Ta-da! Is everyone getting this error? Yeah. If you're getting the cannot get error, you did it. Pat yourself on the back, you've created your first app. I know, I'm excited too. Right now, does our app do anything? Nope. But it's going to. Now, this is actually, it's a hint on what we need to do. Cannot get refers to one of the requests we have to set up to make our app function. Right below where we said var app equals express, there's another function that's already given to us with express, and it's called the app.get function. App.get says whenever anyone tries to get a certain page of our application, we're going to send them back some info. So we're going to say, whenever anyone tries to get the home page, the index page, the slash, we're going to give them a callback function. This function has two arguments, the request and the response. Now they're going to request our application, and we're going to send them a response dot send. For right now, I'm just going to send an H1 that says my first. No, you know what? We're prep for prep. Prep for prep. That's all it's going to say. If you're a prep 9 kid, you can put prep 9 in there. I don't care. Save it. And then go back in your terminal and press Control-C, and it should stop your application. It might be different on Macs. No, I think it's the same on Macs. You just press Control-C, and it should stop the application. Did that happen for everybody? Let me know if it didn't. Did you type in node server.js? Did it say app running on port 8080?
No, it said type error.
Ah, then you have an error in your app. Make sure you type it out correctly. Now, if you run it again by typing in node server.js and you preview the app again, what do you get? Everyone see that? Prep for prep. Now your application actually works. We can now send back data to whoever tries to get our application. So this right here at its core, this is the very bare bones minimum of what you need to create a fully functional working application. This is it. Now there's so much more that we have to do. But just this right here, as far as we've got so far, this is the core of what an application requires. You need to set it up so that it listens on a certain port. You need to make sure that there's a GET request for your home page and that sends something back to the user. Other than that, that's all we need. Ta-da! Again, pat yourself on the back. There's your first app. Now in the next video, we're going to kick it up a notch and I'll show you how to actually send HTML pages to your user. Cool? Cool, let's do it.